funny and original joke I've never done before. What the heck? My Twitch? I got gifted a sub to someone I've never heard of before. Poggers. Hello, Jack Duska. Hello, Munchkinner. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna game. Gonna play Factorio, because that's what I'm. That's gaming. Oh my god, I always forget at this point. There's so many things I have to do. I always forget at least one of them. Today I forgot. Where is my Stream Deck phone? Where is it? Where's Rachel? Oh god, it's fucking dark too. Oh, there it is. It was dangling. That's good. I sure do love when my products are dangling. Okay, I should. That was not. Anyway. Oh god, now it's how is the cord tangled? How do these things happen? How does a cord get that tangled? There wasn't anything I think for it to be tangled on. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right. I have that set up now. I mean, it's kind of just like a gamble day to day whether or not the Stream Deck app is just gonna blow up and die or if it'll work. Oh shit! I'm starting soon. Why am I so low? Oh shit, I opened the wrong thing. Oh god. Oh god. So I have a popsicle in one hand, so that is making this incredibly difficult because I'm currently using one hand to control literally everything else on my screen. Okay, let me start Factorio. I haven't played Factorio since, I guess, last Wednesday, right? Sure. No, look. Hold on. I resent these false aspersions being cast against me. I do not approve of these actions. I simply do not. Oh god. Oh, what? Why? Oh, you know? Popsicle. It's a very good popsicle. It's strawberry. I don't know anything else about it. I just know it's strawberry. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I tried to press mute on the oh god, on the Stream Deck. What do you mean crashing? Oh god, nope, everything's fine. Oh, it's great. The Stream Deck's just not working. I was just kidding. It is. It's just very terribly behind. Oh god, okay, everything's fine. I need to make a playlist that doesn't have Stream Beats on it. I'm kind of over Stream Beats for a while. You know, I might do that right now actually, because like Stream Beats is only, you know, maybe a third of this playlist. Okay, update. It might be a little bit more than I had originally suggested. Hello, Valencia. How's it going, bestie? Time for Donkle's Cat. What the hell is Donkle's Cat? What is Donkle's Cat? All right. Create playlist. Okay, didn't do anything. I said create playlist and nothing happened. What does that mean? Is that bad? Wow, my top artist this month is Stream Beats by Harris Hell. My top track is 1 AM by Animal Crossing, and number 2 is Friends, the starting. You were Donkle's Cat? Like, so it's like Dr. Vonkel, like Dr. Von Kitty, and then Vonkels, but you're saying Donkles. Alright, this one will be called My Playlist number 28. No, I'll call it Donkle's Cat. Just for you, Alencial. Donkle's Cat. Save. Alright. Then I'm gonna copy over all of the not Stream Beats music. Like, this is nothing against Stream Beats. Like, Stream Beats is great, right? It's just like, I feel like I've listened to so much Stream Beats in the past several months, you know? It's like, perhaps a break would be valuable, you know? It's like, you know, what is it? Distance makes the heart fonder? Isn't that a phrase? Is that a phrase? I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything, man. Apparently there's Stream Beat songs I don't even have on this playlist. Well, how did that happen? How did that happen? What I didn't add them all? Are there new ones? What is Serenity? See, that's pretty vibey. Alright, I'm gonna add them all. To heck with it. Heck with it. We're adding new stream beats, but this is to the old other one. This is not to Donkle's Cat. Donkle's Cat will have no stream beats on it. And we'll see what happens. You know? Someone that checked in one of your first streams will visit and hear how much the name is mutated and they'll be trashing the head. Somebody who checked into one of my streams at like the beginning of the end of June, before I like, you know, did the whole VTuber thing, even like July when it was just like a little kitty that popped up when I spoke, would be like, what the hell happened? You know? Oh, apparently I just added the song Serenity 6 times to the playlist. That's good. See, what that tells you is that I'm paying attention. See, the funny joke is that I'm not. Remove from this playlist. Oh, you're just not going to remove from this playlist. Oh, you're so cool and funny. Guess it's a good song. It's the one we're listening to right now, actually. So, I mean, yeah, it's not bad. All right, so it's decided that 3 versions of Serenity have to be on the playlist. It won't let me delete them. It thinks it's playing all 3 simultaneously right now. Okay, Spotify may have just broken. It won't play anything anymore. Oh, just kidding. It just won't play the 2 versions of Serenity I tried to delete. Okay, we're just going to play Donkle's Cat. So Donkle's Cat is 261 songs. So apparently 400 of the songs on the other playlist are... What the hell is New Playlist? Well, that's one of the playlists I made. I guess I have a playlist called New Playlist now. Dr. My Kitty playing Factorio, by the way. Do I really... Stream Beats do be making a lot of music, huh? I'm gonna use it. Annie Pocket. Alright. Back to... I think I have the wrong mods, actually. Let me not do that quite yet until I confirm that I have the right mods. No, I'm on vanilla. I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to keep up with vanilla. Unless somebody's like, I'm desperate for you to keep playing that vanilla thing. I don't know what happened last time, but my most recent vanilla save is fuck this shit-ass shit, fuck, a lot of expletives. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. It is stupid and dumb and not valid. So false enemy, Factorio sucks. What happened last time? I don't even remember what happened last time. I think maybe I was mad at, like, circuits. I require it. No, no, you do not. No, you do not. You do not care. You do not care. Don't pretend like you care about what I'm playing. What Factorio version I play. 32 hours. Gotta get some copper. Hardly know her. Haha, gets things thrown at me and blows up. Okay, yeah, that is the most recent. I do care. Do you genuinely, you're like, I really want to see you play Vanilla Factorio. Back to the OG with Nuclear. I'm gonna make Nuclear in the modded save. I have stated this for the record. And I'm going to make Nuclear in the modded save. Eventually. I'm not quite at the point of needing it yet. But when I get to that point, then I simply plan to. Let me go popsicle. Some about strawberry flavors. You know, they should make popsicles that are flavored like ices. You know, McDonald's has these ices. It's just icy. Tastes exactly the same, like, you know, like a movie theater, like not icy as in, oh, frozen blended drink. I mean, no, like the icy brand of drink. Just a slushy, you know, I'm saying icy. Like the icy, like the brand icy, the drink that they produce, you know? Sort of like how we call tissues Kleenex. The Kleenex is just one brand of tissue, but we just call it Kleenex. Oh god. The popsicle is blow. It's blowing that fan well, bub. This song is a good song. I love the song. Icy, hello Capweb, how's it going, bestie? How you doing? Icy is an ice. Letter C, E. More like push pops. Yeah, but like they're not like I know what you're talking about. I've had them. I like them, but I want like popsicle. You know, like just a popsicle icy. There you go, Capweb. That's the one. Do they have icy in Australia? I don't know. I don't know if that's like a particularly American brand or not. Make it a market. I literally can't. I can't just make icy flavored popsicles. I don't own the brand. We have snow here in Alaska. You know what's sad? The other day I forgot that I was like, for a second I was gonna make a joke to Jack Doska, like, oh haha, you're from you know, Alaska, and then I remembered that it's you from Alaska, not Jack Doska. Okay, there we go. Game is started. It only took me 15 minutes is not that bad. By Dr. Von Kitty standards, 15 minutes to get from start to game is not that bad. Music's a bit loud, isn't it? I mean, good song, but like... very depressing song. But hey, I really do be like that sometimes. So, you know what's kind of funny? The titles of my factorio say, oh, the game, I forgot that the game is dumb now. I have to like actually tell it what to capture. Factorio, please. Oh god. Popsicle melty. The titles of my saves, as you're probably aware, often are, you know, a little unhinged. But they've actually become like a means of note keeping. Because this save, oh, I need to get copper, right? So then that reminds me, oh yeah, I need copper, because, you know, we're out of copper. Hello, Mizu, how's it going, bestie? Welcome, how you doing? A little depression as a gift. Just a wee bit of existential dread as a treat. As a tasty, sweet treat. Single player, yep. This is my space exploration save. Where can I get copper? Down here? This is nice and fair project. I'm gonna do that soon. I still need to do a Sea of Thieves though, because Donatello redeemed that like years ago. It's not. Yeah, this is the new Dyson Sphere update called Factorio that just makes Dyson Sphere program Factorio. It was pretty controversial when they put it out. Everyone was like, wow, you've just completely gotten rid of the whole game you created and just replaced it with a literal actual source code of Factorio. And then the creator of Dyson Sphere program, Mr. Dyson himself, said, haha, get owned. Get trolled. Get jebaited. Don't post jebaited in my chat because I said that. Yeah, me, Jack Doska, and Munchkinner Can Sick Nasty have been supposed to play Sea of Thieves together for like 20 years. It's kind of amusing at this point. It's kind of like a bit. Like, haha, imagine if we actually played Sea of Thieves. No. Unless... Should I belt copper? Is that the rational way to do this? Probably, right? I mean, that's what I did with iron. So, like, might as well. Unless... oh, whoa. Does that show up when I do that? I don't know if that shows up well enough. Is it normal to have, like, strong control of your eyebrow height? I'm pretty strong control of my eyebrow height. Is that weird? Is it weird to ask if it's weird that you have strong control of your eyebrow height? Is that like a normal thing and I'm making it weird? I don't know. I do that a lot. I feel like other people, so-called normies, have like sort of intuitive sense of, oh, this is weird, this is normal. But I don't have that, so I just have to fake it all the time. Like, haha, yeah, I get it. I get the joke. I say not getting the joke. Like 9 times out of 10, if I seem like I'm in on the joke, I'm probably not. I'm just like, well, I guess I'm supposed to be. Going character creator levels of control over his eyebrows. You just said that, and it makes me think I need to play Sims on stream. I feel like that'd be very fun. I've been so lazy with content. I don't edit videos or anything. I don't want to do anything but like play Ace Attorney and sleep. Content creator of the year, everybody. That's me. What did I come over here for? Sims pretty cool. I love Sims. I played so much. Sims got me through. I remember one time in 9th grade, I was going through it. Little 14-year-old Kempty. Fucking Sims 3 got me through that period of my life. And you know what's funny? I was listening at the time to the Frozen soundtrack like almost exclusively. So I now associate like this period of time in my life I wish you could see, like, I'm gesticulating to indicate this period of time in my life with Frozen soundtrack, Sims 3, 9th grade and high school. What a cat thing to do, to play Sims 3? Or did you say that earlier and I just got way too invested in my Sims 3 monologue? That's entirely plausible. It's weird, I was talking about this the other day with a friend, it's like, we can associate smells. Like, oh, I smell this, and I associate it with X, right? Like, I remember when I played Ace Attorney 2 and 3, at that point, it was very hard to get a copy of it anywhere. I didn't, like, really know what emulation or anything was. So I played it on the Wii, because that was one of the few places you could actually get a port, because the DS copies were incredibly rare at that time. Because this was during a lull in the series. This was, like, 2011, a couple years before they came out with the 5th game, which sort of bridged the gap that had been there for a pretty long time. So, and I remember I was wearing this one regular type of deodorant at the time that I don't really wear anymore. And I associate very strongly the smell of that deodorant with Ace Attorney 2 and 3. Isn't that weird? Isn't that just a weird concept? Play games. Oh, I see. Not in it, just be lazy. Yeah, no, that's... I guess I'm getting... It's me. I'm method acting is what I'm doing. I'm method acting being a cat. Now, you may say, Dr. Von Kitty, why would you need to method act being a cat? Aren't you just a cat? And the answer is, you meow? I want to see the Sonic movie. Is the Sonic movie on Prime? I want to do like a Prime Twitch night. It's like, let's watch the Sonic movie. You think 72 will be enough? How many is on this one? 72. Huh. Brain loves connecting things from rate efficiency of space. Brains are weird. Go watch Catgirl Transcendence 2 by Deanna. She talks about brains a little bit. Should do that. I want to watch it too. We should have a movie night. We should do that. I added those roles things so I can ping people like, oh, we're doing some gaming. You know, when it's not like, oh, community night or whatever. I'm just like hanging out on Discord. I haven't done it in a while because again, haven't been doing anything playing Ace Attorney. But you know, Sonic movie's amazing. Hype for the sequel. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've heard mixed things. Although generally like, okay, it's like a fun little movie. And obviously the sequel is kind of constant. You know what I just saw? I watched the other day. I watched the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Anybody have opinions on that? I'm kind of scared to share mine because I'm kind of scared like people will be like, wow, Dr. Von Kitty, you stupid piss baby cat. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, I'm weak and innocent and my entire worldview depends on other people liking me. What? It's gonna be one of those streams tonight, gamers. Where's my car? Was that my car? No, it's a boat. Yeah, boat is not a car. Confirmed. Oh, I have 2 cars. No, there's my car. There's my tank. Yeah, I forgot about the tank. Oh yeah, because I built that flamethrower tank and then died like a glorious death because the flamethrower tank was just bad. What an experience. I kind of forgot about that experience, to be honest. I'm on the bandwagon regarding that movie. No strong opinions currently. Okay, nobody else has like angrily said I hated it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And what happened is I was watching a film of a man critiquing CinemaSins. I hate CinemaSins, in case you're wondering. Don't even get me started on CinemaSins. But he was talking about the Suicide Squad, and I realized, this actually seems kind of neat. I don't want it spoiled for me, so then I just went and fucking watched it. I was like, okay, time to watch the Suicide Squad. Where are repair packs at? Oh, there they are. I like it too. Okay, because I did not like the first one at all. You know, bear in mind, I've never been much of a comics person, so like I don't know all the fancy stores. I'm missing 2 robots. I'd like to go get those 2 robots. Apparently, I built this at some point, and then never finished it, which is probably important because yeah, we're having some issues here on petroleum gas. So I'm playing not to your liking. Nothing was to my liking. It just wasn't a good movie. I really did not like it. So like I didn't really go in with like I didn't really expect to like I didn't really plan to see it. But then I was like, okay, this is like what it was pretty funny. I'm a sucker for I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say meta humor because it's not really meta humor, but like Okay. Robots are up here, right? Humor that's just, you know, almost like subversion to a ridiculous extent. Like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if, but like dialed up to an 11. I love that kind of humor. I mean, I do that kind of humor in my stream, right? Where, you know, I say something and then, you know, don't say what you would expect me to as a follow-up or whatever. New Ghostbusters pretty good. I didn't see the new Ghostbusters, to be honest. I know it was controversial. Or is there another new one? But then obviously it went very wacky, right? You can very much tell, like, oh, it's trying to be like comic book movie, like, genuinely. But like, I kind of admired that. Like, it worked. And then I was sort of taken with the idea, like, it only really works because CGI has gotten good enough to the point that you can do sort of cheesy, campy CGI. Oh God, stop. Don't do that. Please, God, don't do that. Stop. Like, CGI is good enough that you can make, like, quote-unquote subpar, like, campy-looking CGI in a way that isn't bad CGI. Ow! Hurtful. Glad to see it works, though. For a mere $300 meow, you get to hurl shit at me and hurt me. I like how I just tried to repair a rock. Because I'm smart and in tune with the youths of society. Thank you, little robots. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you destroying those little Rockies for me. What happened here? Oh, a meteor. Or meteorite, I guess I should say. I mean, I guess it is technically a meteor, but it'd be called a meteorite in its current form. Isn't it weird how we have terms? Like meteor and meteorite, or like stalagmite, stalactite. Like, why is that? Y'all need to not try to repair my car while I'm driving. What is the hotkey for this? Alt-R. I'm never gonna remember that. Okay. What an oddly shaped... Because language? Yeah, but like, why? Why is that? Like, I get, like, language has lots of things that are strange, right? But like, why that in particular? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna commit a gaming move. Don't mind me. I'm just gaming a little bit. Kerbalow. Kerchow, as Roger once said. What's his name? Lightning McQueen? Same difference. I don't really know how to position these, to be honest. I'm guessing like this, though. Would be the wisest method. I'm gonna try to be efficient with these. I'm not gonna be super wasteful with how I place them. Thunder McCheese? I kind of love that, actually. It's kind of amazing. What a name. Is that covered? Yeah, that is covered. Thunder McCheese. Wow. Is that covered? No. I wish like there was a way I could make it show all of the areas that are covered when I'm doing this. You know, I feel like that would be pretty nice. Like these little, you know, the little sort of light green square that shows the additional squares. I wish those were just always colored in. Like, or the way I could press a button to make them always colored in, right? If I do that, then we'll be covered. Shoot. Okay. We'll do that and it'll be fine. And then do this. Yeah, this is going to turn out very awkwardly, and it's sort of unavoidable, I think. That it's going to look incredibly awkward. Does that need to be there? Yeah, unfortunately it does. And then this. The oddly soothing, like, I forget what this is called. It's not lo-fi, it's called Evening Song, but it's a certain brand of like sleep relaxation music, like Zen or something. I know there's a term for it. I went through a very brief, like, I went on a trip and I was like, I'm gonna listen to this music now. To be fair, I sleep with a fan on, you know, because I'm a monster like that. So I guess that was sort of a, you know, it was gaming or whatever. I don't have enough. Well, fuck me then. 72 times 0.5 with a little extra. Okay, we'll do 2 reds. Am I close to blues? I don't think so. What is blues is under purple, isn't it? Right? Blue belts, I mean, specifically. What the hell is that? Oh god. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff it's expecting me to care about. And boy howdy, I don't know if I have it in my heart to care about that stuff. So with the fan on too. Capwap, I feel like you get me, bestie. Like you simply understand. Like no one else ever will. And I love that about you, Capwap. Where are belts? I'm looking for belts. And I don't see them. Am I blind? Kindred spirits. I honestly, oh, there we go. I think you're right. When I sleep with fan on, I just like the noise. Where it's just like, brrr, you know? Purple. Okay, that's gonna be a while. That's definitely gonna be a while. So at 0.5 a second, if we want to surpass 30, unless we hit like 60 in a row, so like we're totally fine. Loop around like that, and then bonk. Gotta bring a VOD channel for my sleeping background noise. Yeah, so I had those VODs uploaded for a while, then I got lazy about it. Then I'm just like, I don't know, do I really want my VODs to like maybe I could upload select VODs. Like VODs I think are worth, you know, having uploaded. Like maybe that would be better, because I still don't know if I want every... Oh, I forgot to run power cables down here. If I want every VOD saved, you know? So that was sort of the initial thought was, oh, I'm going to preserve them all. But then I'm like, oh, I don't really know if I want to do that. Because it's also like, okay, I don't know, like there's VODs that I probably don't want to upload, right? And it's like, oh man, that was... I wasn't being particularly funny, or oh, I was upset about something or whatever, right? Whatever reason, you know, I might not want to preserve a VOD. So sitting the fan on, I also can't sleep with 1% high-pitched sound or any source of light of any kind. I'm kind of like that too. I'm a little bit like that. There's a large window where I sleep. And when I moved in, it took me ages to get a curtain. Which was such an awkward experience, just having this large window. It was just open. And then finally I got curtains. I didn't get big enough curtains. And also I didn't get proper blackout like I intended to. But then finally I got big blackout curtains. And I will say it's a blessing and a curse, because it's like, man, I sure would love to be getting some sweet, sweet vitamin D. To be fair, I take vitamin D because I found out I was severely deficient. The doctor was like, well, perhaps you should start taking that. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, I mean, it helped. It helps. If you haven't, if you're a gamer like me, get your vitamin D checked. It's a good idea. One of those YouTube background noises wakes in the middle of the night to the deep end of YouTube. I kind of love that. I wish I was like that. But the problem is I can't really, like, if I have it playing, I feel like I have to be paying attention to something. So the only way I'm going to be able to sleep is if I'm paying attention to nothing, right? Like if I have something to pay, like I'm the same, like people are like, oh man, I love just putting on a show while I work. It's like, no, if I have a show going, I'm watching it, you know? I'm jealous of people who can do that. I wish that was me. God, I wish that was me. Did you ever tell over the modem router because lights too bright in my previous house? I get that, bestie. See, I understand. We get each other in that regard. Do a little ooh side balance. Let's turn the robots on for this part. Fuck, I fucked it up. Is that right? That's right. Same deal. I can handle a little bit of light, right? Like, it's not pitch black in my room, but like, I mean, it's pretty dark, you know? It's pretty decently dark. I forgot to get more red belts, so I'm probably gonna have to make a trip back to get more red belts. Since we're gonna be doing 2 belts all the way back. Alright, how many is this? Let's just count the splitters. 6. We want a 6-2. 6-2. We're gonna do it over here. That way we can move it eventually, if we so desire. Nah, whatever. I'll be cursing myself, and the future me will be cursing. You just clip this and then send it to me and be like, "Hey, Dr. Von Kitty, you stupid Dr. Von Dummy," and then I'll start crying. It'll be good content. Almond milk for my vitamin D. I'm a big fan of soy milk, personally. I got some oat milk. I went to the store today. I got some oat milk to try. I heard oat milk is really good. And it's like the least environmental impact of the plant-based milks. Which is pretty poggers. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I have to say the vanilla flavored almond milk is really good. It's kind of a banger. Cup of Nanner's milk. That stream was I don't even know what to say regarding that stream. Like words fail. You know that song where Ben Plant's like words fail. That was me watching that stream. And Linseal, did you watch it, Bestie? I know you watched some Nanners. Did you watch that stream? I did the things I felt watching that. Like, it was hard, because she had, like a very quiet, only the funniest milk goes into my pilk. Gotta make some pilk with Nanner's milk. I should tweet that. I saw it all, yes, and I figured, but I had to make sure. Yeah, let me engage in some gaming. But, she had like this, I guess it was a YouTube video with like gentle screaming in the background, but then I was like, is there somebody screaming outside my home right now? And then like she kept going into like this voice changer and like modulating her voice to be really like deeply pitched and being like, come drink mother. I can't emulate it without a voice changer, but it was like, drink mother's milk. I was screaming too. Yeah, it was horrifying. It was horrifying. Like, but apparently it's been a running gag. Linsu, you might know more about this. It's been like a running gag that she made a joke like, January 18th is the milking stream, and then she actually fucking did it. Which, like, I respect that, because that's the kind of content I want to make, right? Like, there's content creator, I would say, Nanners, Germa, to stream. I've never watched a Germa stream in my life, but I can't stop watching the man's clips. I'm obsessed with that funny little Bostonian man. I think he's Bostonian, I don't know. He sounds like the scout from TF2. Ludwig, y'all know Ludwig, he's very much that way. Probably others that, you know, like some medium-sized streamers I haven't really watched. That's the kind of content I like a lot, is sort of the bits, right? I'm not very good at it, in terms of like making, stop. Stop it, you little stupids. No one likes you. You're not valid. I'm just actually gonna do this and then undelete. There we go. No, undelete. There we go. There we go. Problem solved. Because it's very hard. I don't know why I got happy there. Must have pressed the button accidentally. It's very hard to like do that kind of content live. Like genuinely, that it's challenging. I need to finish this. I need to, and, you know, get that copper going, but then I need to finish this because we're crippled in terms of P-gas. Here we go. I do be kind of low on, can I sort this? Is there a button I can press to make this sort? No? Okay, whatever. Whatever. But I just love that kind of content. It's like, Nanners did a bit where she was like, I'm going to Starbucks, and if I want anything, and then like she put like a Starbucks PNG in the background, and then like a little car, and like called it the window so she was in it. Where's your milking stream? I'm kidding, nonetheless. I will never, and you can quote me on this. I will say it before God. I will never do a Dr. Von Kitty milking stream. Your faith could never. I mean, genuinely, apparently, Neander's origins go back to, like, the anime board on 4chan, like, 10 plus years ago. Which, you know, as you all know, 4chan is a degenerate hellhole, right? And I think it was probably even more so back then. Because now, obviously, there's a lot more scrutiny applied, whereas back then it was a little more obscure. I mean, not necessarily on, like, internet, like, circles, but, you know, the infamous hacker 4chan and whatnot has now entered the public conscious. But, I wish my car wasn't getting nay-nayed on like that. Apparently, yeah, that that is her origin, so, you know, it tracks at least a little bit how you get from point A to point B there. Oh god. Why am I driving the car right now? I need to not do that. I'm harming myself by doing that. Got some copper ore. Going to the topper ore. You know? Because I sure don't. And then simply engage in a little gaming. Alright. We'll turn it here. Hello, Eclectic Horizons. How's it going, bestie? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kerblau. I just placed that expecting my robots to do it, and then I remembered that I don't have the robots going. Going swell? That's pretty poggers. Holy shit, you have a 3-month badge now. It's been that long, huh? Roommate, oh, yeah, that's rough, bestie. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. My brain just stopped working for a second. Your brain just like, what if I just stopped working? What if I just ceased to work? A child graduates college in a few months. It's a pretty sick burn, bestie. That's pretty poggers. Kind of a gaming moment. Is that wasteful? Yes. Do I care? A little bit. I will elaborate no further. Rather, I can elaborate. I'm not capable of elaborating further. I've done what I'm capable of so doing. Rain work if I focus really hard. I live in Dr. Monk Dummy, but same, honestly. Alenciel, what you've just described is how I just have gotten through life. It's like I exist in a perpetual state of dumb, right? But it's like I'm capable of not being dumb if, like, required to by law, you know? But, like, my general state of being is dumb. Begging you to move a pipe? I can't. I simply cannot. I am once again asking Dr. Von Kitty to be good at gaming. The law can't remove my dumb. I don't necessarily mean law, but it's like, oh, I can, like, get good grades in school or whatever, right? It's not like, oh man, you know? Can I engage in some copious acts of gaming here? Is this dangerous? I mean, it's throughput limited anyway, so I don't really know what the point is, but I mean, why the hell not, right? There we go! Boom! Factorio Gaming is a worse brand of yours? Not really. Not really. You're more attention-oriented, detail-oriented. You know, I'm more of a big picture kind of person. I'm not very good at the details. You know what I got? I got this ginger ale. And the ingredients are very simple. It's just sparkling water, I think it's stevia sweetener, and ginger. And it's actually, like, pretty good. I'm not allowing that filthy message. Probably shouldn't have slut as a permitted term, though. Probably shouldn't have that. You allowed it? I mean, in context, that's fine, right? Obviously, I would say in general, here, let me go to permitted terms and remove slut from the list. Obviously, I think it's contextual, right? As many things are. I like to think of myself as an epic gamer. Me too, honestly. By epic, I mean... That's pretty funny. That's a pretty dank meme. That's pretty good. That's pretty poggers. Look at that. Look at that sweet, sweet copper. This will eventually start producing a full red bell, right? Because we produce a full red... Or maybe it's because we're not using it. Like your balancer for coal copper. I know, it was actually a solution to the throughput issue. Which, yeah, I mean, actually is remarkably elegant, all things considered. I'm pretty proud of it, with how it turned out. I remember somebody, like, nay-nayed on me one time. It was just, like, a rando came in a chat. It's like, why are you building that thing? It's not necessary. And I tried to explain, like, oh, it's a throughput thing. And they... I might be making that up. So, do y'all ever have that happen to you, where, like, you swear a thing happened, but then you're like, maybe I'm just making that up? Is that like is that an illness that I should get checked out, or is that like, oh, you know, you just have an active imagination? Okay, time to cry and blow up. Guess those with drunk quotes. Yeah, no, me too. I live that way though sometimes, where it's like, I don't know if that happened. Even like when things were said, right? Like during a conversation, I'm like, hey, I like pineapple or something. Like 3 seconds later, I'm like, did I say I like pineapple, or did I just imagine I said I like pineapple? That has been like a consistent like state of existence. Is that bad? Should I be concerned about that? Is that worrying? I don't know. I feel like I have no baseline to work from here. You do be honking. I need to get some pipes. Acquire some pipies. Some pipey wipies, as they say. What we'll do is we'll do an overflow valve, probably. I think that'll resolve most of the issues with which I'm contending. Pipey wipies, you know it. You know it. You know it really do be like that sometimes. I don't know what I'm gonna do for community night tomorrow night. Maybe some Planet Side. Or perhaps Among Us. It do be like that, jokes. It do be like that, dies. Where are pipes at? Do I make... Oh yeah, I do make pipes over here, cool. I know I did. I just gaslit myself. Death isn't all bad. You know, I mean, if you think about it, if I were to blow up, you know, what really would be the consequences? You know? When you think about it. You ever think about, like, how strange it must be, like, if I were to just die, right? Especially to, like, somebody who only knows me, like, oh, like, you met me, like, oh, you started watching my Twitch channel or whatever, and, like, I just stopped showing up. Wouldn't that be weird? Just dying is such a weird concept to think about, like, what, like, the reaction of the world would be. Obviously, I wouldn't be aware. Weird, because that is a weird... Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird. I didn't mean to bring up a terribly dark subject that just crossed my brain for some reason. Probably shouldn't have passed the Dr. Von Kitty appropriate filter. Probably should have failed on that metric. But you know me. Oh, I just connected it to the wrong system. That's great. It's supposed to be connected to this system. There we go. On depression. No, I didn't mean it in that way. I didn't mean it in like, oh, what if I killed myself? I meant in like a genuinely, like, you know. Anyway, dropping this subject because I did not mean to I really didn't. It just was a brain thing, you know. Don't stop, Eclectic Christ, and stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, and you're actually talking about Factorio. Underground pipe under the water pipe. Huh? 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 Hello, Wondergraph. How's it going, Bessie? Welcome. Interesting conversation topic for Factorio stream. Welcome to my Factorio streams, because all I do is ramble about incoherent things that really have minimal anything to do with Factorio. Factorio, really, you know that brand of YouTube video that's just like a podcast? It's like, look at this strange little man. He's gonna play, you know, some game and then talk about, you know, a topic as if he's, you know, important in any conceivable way. That's me. That's what I do. Do I do it from down here, do you think? Probably up here, right? No, I want to do it from down here for sure. Yeah. Well, this is going to cause some issues, actually. What do I think about this? Different things, like even the topic's not that optimistic. Yeah, no, I did that. I don't know, Al. Thank you for following, Bestie, but also Al. I don't know why that came to my mind. But yeah, I do try not to get into terribly dark topics. Not poggers enough to be eaten. What eating? What? My pets wouldn't eat me. I'm too poggers to be eaten. Oh, I missed that message. Sorry. You wonder if your pets would eat you. It doesn't really bother me. It's like if my creatures, like if my creatures didn't have any food, and the only option, the only option was just me. Would I really be that upset at them? Like, it's not some sort of spiteful thing. It's not like they hate me and they're gonna eat me as a result. It's like, no, they're just creatures that are hungry, you know? It doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest. Yes, follows do smack me. Follows, subs, and bits will all smack me, and then the redeem as well. Brand of soda you're drinking? I'm actually not. I've sworn off. Not sworn off, but I'm greatly cutting back to an almost 0 point on Diet Bepis, and it's related. So right now I'm drinking water, and this is called Reed's All Natural Real Ginger Ale. I think if your pets eat you when you die, it's a pretty common thing. Helps them survive if someone found them rescue. Exactly. Like, I'm not really that bothered by it, to be honest. Most opportunistic carnivores, even though normally herbivores, that's true. I used to use Reed's as mixer. Really? Interesting. For like, what's it called? The one drink? The one poggers drink? I don't like this. Like, this looks like this. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to stop. Okay, this is gonna connect to here. Oh god. This is not gonna look good, besties. This is gonna be horrifying. I'm sorry. You play, what is that, Crestoria 2? This is space exploration. There's got a couple other mods, like AAIs in there, some others. It's a I think it's Martin Cedo Pants. One of my viewers suggested his mod set. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, this is Minecraft, incredible mod. You know what's funny, Click Crisis? I made that exact joke earlier, except it was about Dyson Sphere. I was like, no, this is just the newest update of Dyson Sphere program. Here it is. How am I gonna do this? I guess... Nice quality life things. Yeah, there's not some quality life in here. Minus the advanced hogs. Yeah, the one that makes the biters really mean. I don't have that one. Can I rotate this somehow? I guess in theory, this might be a little cursed. But like... more or less just, you know... do that. I mean, it works, right? If it works, it works. Am I right, gamers? I say crying. Let's connect like that. There we go. Nice. Okay. I should probably power this. It'd probably be wise, wouldn't it? Can I power all of them with one? No. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not mad about it. I say crying. Okay. And then let's have the robots place that. And then simply do a little connect over here. Want to offer advanced fluid handling. Oh, so I have I don't know if this is the mod you're talking about, but I have one that's helps a lot with the valves. I don't know if it's advanced fluid handling. Where are the valves? Where are they? Are they in here? Where are my valves? Where are they? I don't see them. Fluids must flow. I might have that one. Is that the one that adds these like overflow valves and stuff? It's called flow control. But is that what it does? It adds like this and a couple others. So a lot of hogs. Hog state. I live in the hog state. What? Hog state that puts bounties on population control, or just one that has hogs occasionally? That's, I mean, I guess, why not both? Big pig industry. Really do be like that sometimes. Has this fixed our problem? Not really. Trying to pump? You don't have any water. Oh, there's no pipe. That would definitely cause an issue, wouldn't it? Oh. Should I add a pump here? I probably need to add a pump, don't I? Big Pig wants you to know that speeding is illegal. I don't get it. And don't try to explain it. Advanced fluid handling adds lots of ways to manage fluids under the ground. Oh, okay, so is it like you could make it so like underground pipes can bend and stuff? That way I don't have this god-awful mess of pipes, which I have wrought upon the world. Underground pipes? I mean, they are in there. Oh, you mean, like, you go down in the Z and, like, you literally just place pipes and stuff. Apart from me, it's mods really... honestly, I'm the same way, Wondergroff. I resent fluid management in this game. It's probably my least favorite part of Factorio. Every time I get to it, I'm always like, oh god, time to do stupid fluids. I hate it. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. So it is like that. I love fluid management. It makes me feel like a god. I wish I understood. I wish I could relate. I wish I could understand what beauty it must feel like to exist in a world where you enjoy fluid management. Because I simply do not. Can I just put this right here? Pretty sure I can. Probably need more, whatever they're called, right? Chemical plants. Where are chemical plants at? Need some balloon units. Mind take a look when you're ready? I definitely will do that, bestie. I will definitely. Let me write that down, actually. Let me simply write that down. What's it called? Fluids Must Flow mod. Because I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, if I just want quality of life mods, you know? Potato Brain? I feel like Potato Brain whenever I play this game. My natural state of being playing this game is Potato Brain. I'm like, I wish I was smart. I wish I was good at gaming. You know how cool that would be. Cool would be to be like, oh man, I'm a gamer. I'm actually good at this, you know? I can only imagine. What a beautiful thing that must feel like. Okay. Finish laying down these pipes and make some more undergrounds. I'm out of iron. That's a problem. Here, you stop roboting. Go get some iron. Oh, I see. Advanced fluid handling is the name, and then fluids must flow is another one. Advanced fluid handling. Okay, well that one's pretty easy to remember. Advanced fluid handling, more like your mom. That's... Yep. Oh, yep. Yeah, bestie. Oh, that's a lot of iron. I like just listening to the boat in the distance. The horn is annoying. I kind of like it, honestly. It's like, yep. There's a boat there. Look at that boat. Mom jokes, I know. What is this? 2022? See, it's funny because I subverted your expectations. Because I didn't say like, oh, what is this? 2009? I just said the current year. What is this? Current year? It's 2022. It really do be the future. I feel like 2022 is among... I guess 2021 was kind of the same way, where it's like, this is the future. Like, what? What? I remember, like, because, like, the first Phoenix Wright game takes place in 2016. It wasn't meant to. They just screwed up some stuff with the dates and accidentally made it happen in 2016 instead of 2001, I think, like they intended. But I remember thinking, playing it back in 2011, like, oh my god, it's going to be so long until the events of Ace Attorney actually happen, and now we're done with the trilogy. The Ace Attorney trilogy is over. Because, like, the last one happens in, like, 2019. 2077 for the events of Anno to unfold. I think you're thinking of Cyberpunk. It's Cyberpunk 2077, isn't it? I think Anno is like... I forget what Anno year is. But it's not 2077, I don't think. Chemical plants, please. 2070, is that right? Anno 2070? Oh, you're right. Yeah, that is right. 7 years late. I mean, it's close enough, right? This is gonna take a while. Just doing a little vibing. Anno 2070 Buyer's Regret Edition. Anno 2070 is not a bad game. I feel like the way I learned it was not how you were meant to learn that game. Launcher like, yeah, I will say the Ubisoft launcher stuff is bad. It really detracted from the experience. I actually bought, it's called Dawn of Discovery in the US, but it's like Anno 1404 or something. Is the title literally ever. I don't know why they changed it. Remember, I used to play it on the Wii, funnily enough, and I loved it. Never realizing that it was actually like a PC series. But anyway, I bought it. Do I have Squeak Through one? I must have Squeak Through one. Interesting. Oh, I need one more. One more chemical plant. I need to change the recipes. Like so. Okay. And then water will come in. Wait, no, I need to do the rotated recipe, don't I? Yeah, I do. That's why that's like that. To do this one, right? So water's on the inside. Yes. Yes. What the hell is this? Elbow pipe? What? How do I make elbow pipes? What? 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 Question mark? Whatever. Problem solved. Underground pipes. I have an uneven amount of underground pipes. That's great. I say crying. And then Bong. Elbow pipes carry elbow grease. Do they? Do they though? Sure about that? Are you 100% sure about that, bestie? That's what they carry? I'm gonna do it like this. We need a pump for that distance. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. I'm in control of the situation. There is no cause for alarm here. So what pipes are for? Oh, for that exact situation that I just got myself into, like a little rapscallion. That makes sense, actually. What you're saying is I'm a fool. That's what you're saying right now. You are simply telling me that I'm a fool. Okay, and then this will lead back here. What have I done? I'm sorry to all of you. You have to witness me deal with fluids. Okay, that should fix most of these issues. Okay, yeah, no, look at that. That's beautiful. Alright, then I think, do we want to make this an overflow pipe type of thing? Make sure we don't run out? I don't know, to be honest. Nah, whatever. Look at hands, what have I done? Did literally nothing for 6 days. I get that. I get that a lot. Do life really do be like that sometimes? Okay, cool. So fluids are, you know, fluiding, doing their silly little thing. In gaming, what is this? What the hell is happening here? I don't even understand what. I can't even do concern. You can build a dam in Factorio. I'm sure there's a mod that has. There's a mod for literally everything in this game. It blows my mind how many mods there are for Factorio. It's like remarkable, honestly. All right, yellow science time. Right? I don't think there's any major things that we need to attend to. Now we have steel, we got iron, we got copper, we have coal, right? We're good on coal. Yeah, we have coal. We got fluids. I feel like we have everything we need. Now it's just a matter of actually building it. Have I not unlocked yellow science? I've not. What does it need? Processing units. We'll make blue circuits. That should be pretty easy. Flying robot frames will be a hassle. Load and see structures will be a hassle. Okay, but all around doable, I would say. Doable without too much frustration. Hello, NK, how's it going, bestie? Welcome. What was that buzzing? Yes, that's the boat. That's the boat doing a little honk. Just a small honk as a treat. Okay. Okay. Bonk. What do I do? What is this? Neural anomaly. What? 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 What is this? What is it even talking about? This is preposterous. This game. Glass. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me in the glass. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare recipe. This is gonna be a nightmare to make. No God. No God. How many green circuits do I even make? How many do I make? What is my green circuit output? Here, let's look at production. Let's get 1 minute. Where is it? 96 a minute. That's not very much, is it? Of course, that might not be operating. Yeah, it's not operating at full capacity. We don't really have very many here, do we? We have 10. Is there a way to visualize what full capacity looks like? Is it just 15 a second? Is that what I'm producing here? Because that's sure as hell not going to be enough. Good God, blue circuits are complicated. What? What? Oh, that's the full raw. Okay, now that makes sense. Don't know why it looks like that though. Boop, boop, boop. How do I fix that? How do I make it not look like that? Do I click something? I do click something, okay. Oh man, so we're gonna need 20 green circuits a second. Just for 1 blue a second. Of course, how much do I need for yellow science? How much do I actually need? Don't do that. 0.7 a second. Alright, let's expand our green circuit production then. I think that is the next step here. Let's go ahead and say we want a full red belt. Oh, I want to change the output. Here we go. 30 a second. I mean 139. Okay, do I have enough? Well, it requires 45 copper a second. That's a lot of freaking copper. I don't think I make that much copper, do I? Probably not, right? Doubtful, yeah. 72. 72 furnaces. That's a lot of furnaces. How many do I have currently? 44. That's nowhere near what I need. Could I do more? Probably. I haven't really saved myself much room for expansion, though, have I? I didn't mean to put that there. I guess I could add another row here. Because the iron is expandable, right? We could easily expand iron and then just move these two down alongside iron, right? Copper's not that way, though, at all. So maybe we'll just add another copper up here. Let's do that. Might as well. I mean, there's no harm in it, right? Not that none of it really strikes me anyway. Let's get some steel. Inventory full. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. I was gonna be really mad, and then I was like, what if I just didn't? What if I just did not rage against the machine? What if I simply accepted it? Accept the Lord, give me the, what is it? The strength to, what is that quote? You know the quote I'm talking about? It's like the strength to know the difference. What is that? What is that quote? It's a prayer. Lord, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Or that's the Serenity Prayer, apparently. I see. Lord, grant me the strength to accept the thing, the recipes I cannot change, the courage to change the parts of my factory I can, and the wisdom to delete my channel. Amen. Why do I still have this core mining drill? Why do I still have that? What possible urge did I have that made me think keeping that core mining drill was a good idea? Like, every time I went through my inventory to delete things I didn't need, my brain was like, no, I need that core mining drill. I'm nothing without my core. Like, what? Why would I do that? I'm disappointed in myself. Why do I have the floating stuff? What is this blue? Just go away. Why are these blueprints here? They don't do anything. They're pointless. Why do I have 8 firearm magazines? Why do I have these 4 walls? Why do I have 7 gun turrets? What? I baffle myself sometimes. The sheer idiocy of my gaming choices. Drink some more water in anger. Ah, good water. Good stuff. Okay. Anyway. After that tirade, who's ready for gaming? Let me get this stone back out because I actually need it. A lot of stone, actually. I need stone bricks. How do I make stone bricks? Do I make them here? Make them up here, right? Yeah, I do. I need stone for stone furnaces. Oh god, well. It's a problem, isn't it? It's a wee bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay, let me make sure my robots are off. Is this out? I think this is officially out. Yeah, we are officially out of copper up here, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that, as it is no longer serving a purpose. Let's just, yeah, purge all of that, and then plonk this down. So how many furnaces is that? 44. So that many? So I said that many, I just guessed. I just pressed it till I felt like I was making enough. That very well, that could be exactly right. Well, it's not going to be exact because I did it on chunks of 5. That could be 45. Could be 30. Could be 60, for all I know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I pretend to be a cat. I need some yellow inserters. Yellow inserters, please. Thank you. And then I think that's all I need, to be honest. I think I have everything else I need. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. I mean, power poles. Actually, I mean, do I make power poles up here? I don't think I do. I don't think I ever got to that part of the mall. Which is kind of sad that I built this, like, little dinky mall. I never actually finished it. I'm working on yellow science, which will make it moot anyway. It's kind of funny, if you think about it. Not really. I like how I still have this little stupid setup here. This sad little setup. What is this? Why did I make this? It's a lot. Oh, I forgot that I had a copper patch here. I forgot this was my second copper patch, wasn't it? Wow. It's kind of funny, actually. Alright, let's let the robots take a pass at it. Do the little robot thing. I do have to say, I hate this stage of robots where it's like, they don't just do it all instantly, they just sort of speed it up a little teensy tiny bit, but not like hugely. Like, you know, I shouldn't complain, because like, you know, earlier in the game I was complaining I didn't have robots at all, right? So it's like, you know, beggars, choosers, or whatever, but like, I just really want my robots to just, I say build it and they plonk it down instantly. Because there is something innately satisfying about that. To be fair, I guess that's sort of the appeal of the game, right? There's something innately satisfying about building a silly little factory and watching all the moving bits go, you know? That is my high level description of why people play Factorio. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a part of my brain that likes math. You know, school sometimes kind of beats the love of math out of you, but like, you know, it doesn't mean you don't like math. It's just, it's been robbed from you in some way. You know, I'm remarkably close to having the exact amount I need. Am I one short? I had enough. I don't know why I didn't place that one. They're out of power. No, they have enough power. I don't know then. I'm just vibing or something. Drawing from the grid, I presume, right? Isn't that how that works? I'm drawing a solid 600 kilowatts right now. We're gonna use medium poles because I cannot be asked to. Oh, is it mad at me because this is the wrong blueprint? Whatever. Whatever, man. Are those powered? Yeah, they are powered. Cool beans. I like how the setup's going to be moot soon anyway. Well, not soon because it's purple science for electric furnaces, right? We're doing yellow science first, so it's not technically moot. Do I make this again? I guess I just make another one of these, but for up here. Right? Is that the correct way to approach this? I suppose. Let's do the little doodad here. I don't know how I'm going to do it necessarily with copper. Should I just do one copper to each? Is that the appropriate way to do this? Is this working? Is this solving the problem as I so desire? Perhaps. Maybe. The cat can dream, I suppose. I guess this will be copper. So we'll do a little torm here. And let's side balance it. That'll be wise. My gal Olivia Rodrigo. And the lo-fi music imitating her music. To Pog. Okay. More copper. Don't know why that is like that. Oh yeah, I forgot because I designed this in a stupid way. You know what? Screw the way I designed it. I don't even care. I'm not gonna underground all of these. It's just not worth the effort. I have the long range mod on, so I'm pretty sure I can reach, well, not long, I have the upgrades that you reach quite far. Not quite like a long reach, like, oh, I'm gonna reach over there or whatever, but, you know, close enough, right? Alright, so this one is mainly, I think, gonna be going here. Right? Yes. That is correct. That is indeed what it's going to be doing. And we should be fine because we're going to basically double up, more or less. So it'll be a total throughput of 60. Yes. That is what we are doing. Good stuff, Mr. Dr. Monkitty, sir. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Why don't do that? No, stop. What, there was something broken there? I didn't even know. I was not even aware of this. This is gonna be kind of amusing how I'm doing this actually. Because then I'm gonna split this one here. So then underground's under itself basically. Then bonk. Cool. How is this functioning? Are these all running? I mean, yes, but also, like, we don't know for sure that it's enough ore. I was gonna burn through this ore very quickly. Oh, I forgot to put a radar. I need to go do that. I'm gonna burn through that ore very quickly. But I guess it'll be okay. Hopefully, anyway. We should resolve this issue. We should just aim to do that quickly as well. Let's get some concrete. Let me just lift some concrete. What the hell with it? Don't do that. Don't actually place the pipes down. Okay. That is an issue with robots, is you get kind of used to like ghosting, like you can just place, you know, the ghost prints just like for the hell of it or whatever. But then you kind of get to a point where it's like, oh, no, I actually have robots that are going to try to place the stupid ghosts that I was just using for, you know, demonstrative purposes. Will that be more than 17 concrete? No, it won't. Okay, cool. Warehouse. What we're going to do is we are going to put it on a warehouse here for now. And we'll do some... Can I do unloaders? What does a stacking belt box do? What does that do? Does this work for unloading? Oh, it does. I don't understand what this does. Oh, does that stack them? That makes stacked circuits? Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't think that's a concern for me right now, but that does seem useful in some capacity. Where is it? There it is. And then my basic goal was to just, you know how it'd be. I'm going to be out of belts. I don't have enough belts for this. Haha, it's funny because, you know, it's not really. Alright, let's go get more belts. Come on, robots. Come on. You know we can't finish it now. We have a terrible, incomplete mess. A monstrous mess. I've wrought upon my poor factorio save. My factorio save deserves better. You ever think about that? You know, it could have been like Neelos or whatever his name is playing the save, but no, it's silly little me. My silly little factory. Being a VTuber cat. I mean, what in the world? What a bizarre... What is this? What a bizarre turn of events. How did it end up like this? How did we get here? As a society. Because we do live in a society, if you didn't already know. We haven't been really keeping up with the news. We do be living in a society. These damn rocks, man. These goddamn rocks. I should make roads. I think I would save myself so much frustration if I just, like, made roads. I'm gonna blow up this forest. I don't have enough coal. I do have enough coal. I just need to remove it from my inventory. Goodbye, forest. It was nice knowing you. Better expose the rocks underneath. Rip to any pollution that was removing from the atmosphere. We have undone all of that progress. Like, these rocks are hard to tell, like, how many rocks there are there. This looks like textures to me. And then, like, even when you remove them, this sort of rubble is still there, even if I try to cover it up. Makes it hard to tell if there's rocks somewhere or not. Alright, let's go finish those belts. Look at all those sweet, sweet rocks I have. I say crying. Weeping. Can we blow these up as well? Can we just knock those out real quick? Just a little kerblow. Robots will do that one for me. Nice. Can't wait till I cover this with a nice grid and I just tell the robots to remove all cliffs, all trees, all rocks. It'll be glorious. Beautiful. I gotta say, robots like are so transformational for your game. Like really, I mean, there's sort of the pre-robot factorio and the post-robot factorio, you know? At least in my opinion. Maybe that's just how I play, though. Maybe I'm biased. That's how I literally play factorio, right? I don't want this stone. I don't want it. I don't want any of this crap. Wish there was a way to transfer my trash inventory into this inventory. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Nice and useful. I'm out of power poles. Let's make some more power poles. I have iron sticks. Well, c'est la vie, right? Okay. Bonk. Oh, I need to hook it up. Bonk. Bonk. There we go. That's backwards. Okay. And then do a little connect. Honk. So true, bestie. It's saying, Dr. Von Kitty, such a good streamer. I want to make them all hit evenly. I want to make them all hit at the exact same time. But I'm gonna do what's called a gaming move. Ready for a gaming move? This isn't even the gamer move. I'm gonna double the speed. Look at that. Alright, and then... Is that going the right way? No, it's going the right way. Bow! Close enough. Watch this. Watch this speed. Oh, I forgot to make these... Oh, God. Pure, unadulterated speed. I mean, it's just not really that fast. I was like, oh man, we're gonna be putting these in here just real fast. And then we weren't. Huh. Huh. Should I just do loaders instead? Will loaders be more efficient to do this? Oh, I'm making a single yellow transport belt. Let's not do that. Would that be better? Be preferable? I guess that'll instantly load. Yeah, that'll be faster. That is transferring what? 120 items per second from this storehouse to this warehouse. It's kind of beautiful to watch though. Flowing at literally perfect 30 per second per belt. I kind of love that. Oh, I got added. Oh, Luna the Gamer Cat's live. Rip Dr. Von Kitty. Oh, she's playing Minecraft. Cool. Cool. I feel like that's such a like mid Dr. Von Kitty stream thing to do. Like, oh, Luna the Gamer Cat's live. What's she up to? What if I just like rename? What if I just, you know how there's I was thinking about this the other day. Big streamers almost create like I guess a niche to be filled, where it's like people sort of create content based around them. Like the drama channels covering all this drama, and then like the clip channels clipping, and then like the update channels like on Twitter or whatever. Like, you know, in Dream Minecraft, there's literally a Twitter account that posts live updates to what his Spotify is playing. Which is wild. What if I just deleted everything? I just became like a Luna the Gamer Cat update stream. Like, all I did was just give updates on Luna the Gamer Cat. It's like, today she's playing Minecraft, everybody. Today she said she's not Tiggy's. I was just like, oh, well, thanks, Dr. Von Kitty. That's it's enlightening. I appreciate that, Dr. Von Kitty. I'll be like, yeah. Except I won't be known as Dr. Von Kitty anymore. I'll be known as, you know, Pog, the Destroyer. What am I talking about? Why am I saying these things? I don't want to be saying these things. I know it doesn't seem like that. You probably think, oh man, he's a funny little kitty man goes meow, but it's like, no. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I'm just... Stop it. You little fucking hooligans. Stop placing the pipes. Stop. Stop. God. It's not that hard. I don't know, Collecting Horizons. Sometimes I just start talking. I don't know how it gets to where it gets. It just does. It just goes. I can't just win. I'm gonna need more stone bricks, aren't I? 100% gonna need more stone bricks than I currently have. Plan with remove ghost objects helps to remove that stuff. Oh, really? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? How would I do that? How would I... Entities? Oh, it's one of these? Oh shit, really? Oh god, that's really useful, actually. Thank you! I didn't even know that was a thing! What other entities are there? Item request slots, tile ghost, and entity ghost. Oh my god, that's like actually incredibly useful. Let me put a tile ghost in there too. That'll remove many of the issues I've had. I wonder if I simply do this. You know what? I should do that. I should simply annihilate all of the things. Like I'm not ever going to make these, right? Thank you, Wondergrow. You really do be out here just like giving me guidance in the world of Factorio. It's a foolish. Okay, I definitely did just see that meteor fly, right? That wasn't. I think it just like yeeted across the screen. I was 1K player OCD. You know what? You're so valid. You're so valid. I've played 518 hours. Like probably half of those. Well, probably only like 200 on stream, I would say. I have streamed. Actually, I can check how many hours of Factorio I've streamed. There's a website that'll do that for you. Shows you your Twitch stats. Mine are somewhat underwhelming. Let's see. There's 150 hours of Factorio. So there you go. There's the answer. Hours during the first 2 months after release and leaves game for half a year or so. I'm enjoying every single hour. I love that for you. I love that for you. But yeah, no, I get that. Oh, we finished it. 5 Nights with some bitches. 5 Nights with Freddy's is such an interesting concept. It's become like, it just sort of started as like a silly little indie game. Like, oh, what if you were a security guard and the Amtron's trying to kill you? Now it's like spawned like this whole fandom. The moment after I bought it, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But to say, oh, you've been playing since the olden days. I mean, I've been playing for a long time, but some people, not like early Factorio. I probably started playing what, like 2013, 14? I think is when I started playing Factorio. Don't quote me on that. But something in that range. Didn't really play a ton of it. Started playing a lot of it last year and then this year. Or 2020 is now 2 years ago, technically. In the past couple years, I've been playing a lot of Factorio. Is what I was aiming for. It's my fault. It's the Lord's fault, really, if you think about it. And the UI really ugly. Yeah, I gotta say, the early UI was ugly. Because I played a lot with the early UI, it was awkward to like adjust to when they sort of did the redesign. Like they added all these buttons. Remember when these buttons didn't exist? They added all, well, to be fair, some of these are modded, but like these buttons here, right? But end your stream. No, this is the other 1 AM. This is not the ending. This is not the ending 1 AM. It is simply a different one. How am I gonna do this? Like that? Yes. Like that. Right? Right? Is that right? No. Like this. Yes. Oh god, that's nice. Oh, I only need 20. I probably just made too many, didn't I? This is a good song. I made 24. So I just get rid of all these. And then we're good. Dude. Just take me home now. My boy Carl Weezer. Well, I need to add fresh music to this playlist. Well, I guess this is a new playlist, but like music that I haven't listened to yet. I need to find some good DMCA free. But I think any lo-fi music is probably safe to play on stream. Like I'm not gonna DMCA for it, but it is kind of a risk, you know. It's like what the result could be. Let's go ahead and red this one up. Hard time telling which direction these are going. Why is that? I want to post more. Oh, Jack Doska, bestie, yikes, bestie, yikes. Keep it light, you know, at the edge of R and PG-13 at least. Oh shit. Should I go all the? Oops. Oh, I'm out of red undergrounds. That's nice. Seen that video? I have not seen that video. I'm not gonna watch it on stream based on what you just posted, but if you posted in shit posting, I'll watch it later. Where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, thanks. I really wanted those alien tissues. Those alien Kleenex. It was really valuable. Okay. Just yep, giving you a minute. Just go ahead, do your thing. There you go. Training camp says that, and Span Alpha just goes, who the fuck said that? What? What? This is bizarre. You'll have to post that in shit posting on Discord. So I can witness it. Someday. A long time from now in a faraway place. What did I come up here for? There's a reason, right? What was I out of? I was out of undergrounds, that's right. Need some undergroundies. And fill up on those too while we're here. Cool. Cool beans. I hate this. I hate this so much. Undergroundies nuts. So true, bestie. Be there for you. Thank you, Jack Doska. I will truly experience it. And I will give you feedback on my opinion. I'll let you know, my hot reaction. Live as it happens. Probably not, actually. Probably won't do that. I'll give you a live reaction to the film. I'm not sure it warrants a live reaction. Oh. Gaming. It does, trust me. I don't know, bestie. I don't know. You're asking a lot of me right now. You're asking me to put a lot of faith in you, you know? You're asking me to have a whole lot of faith. How many does this need? It's 30 a second. So I guess it's half and half, but it's still better just to do red. Just to ensure we have enough, you know? It's so weird that it's Twitch safe. Yeah, and I don't know if I want to watch a video with the line that you just read in it. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to watch that film live on stream. Well, I'm just trying to play some so little Factorio. engage in some silly little gaming. What even happened here? How did this happen? You watch Nana's milk herself? Not live on stream. I mean, to be fair, she did that live on stream, but I'm also not Neanners, you know? To be fair, I think there's more of a market for you know, anime cat girl milks herself than anime cat milks himself. You know, like, it's just too, you know, the content is not interchangeable, you know? Curse conversation. Look, I mean, yeah. I don't have a defense. I really don't. It's indefensible. I mean, how does one defend? It's Neanners. You know, I was watching it genuinely like, is this allowed? Because, like, obviously she's not really doing it, right? But, like, still. Still. It's still a lot. Alright. Missing a power pole there. Okay, is it set up and functional? How far apart are these? Is that right? Oh, I'm still too low. Fog. Okay. How many of these do I need? I need to add 2 more. Beautiful. Out of blue inserters. That's nice. That's pleasant. Make a couple more blues. Now it needs 30 a second, doesn't it? And this is only gonna be able to output 15 a second, isn't it? Okay. Will that do it? That didn't fix the problem, does it? Or does it? You know, that fixes the problem. Yeah, that fixes it. I think, maybe, I don't know. Okay, well that's done. What about red circuits? What kind of upgrades do we need on red circuits? Show me, okay. Need 16 red circuit factories. Do I have that many? How many do I have? I have 16. Well, I'll use all of my red circuits. Oh, no, I need them for anything else on yellow science? I don't think so. I don't. Okay. And we'll have to expand that at some point, but actually we might should just do it because it's cheap, right? What an odd setup I've made here. What an odd little factory. Can I just copy this? I think so. And that just needs to be made into like that, right? I guess we'll just, you know, make all of these reds. I need the blue insert. Let me go get some more blue inserters. Alright, y'all come back home. Come back to daddy. Nope, come back to daddy. Nope, come back to daddy. There you go. Good little robots. I'm proud of you. I want to get added again. Oh, Lily Gamer Cat's Xbox Live was hacked. That's unfortunate. That is not good. Hope she gets that resolved. There you go. The new Gamer Cat updates. Coming live, your boy bringing them live at you, fresh, hot off the presses. You know how it be. Oh yeah, gaming. Blue and sorters. There they are. Grab a nice fat stack. Get rid of these yellows. Am I at shuffle right now? I am. I don't know why I just questioned that. It's obvious that we have been on shuffle. I don't know what possible reason has made me doubt that I wasn't on shuffle. It's clear. It's like apparently clear that I've been on shuffle. I'm kind of mad at myself for even like doubting. What was there to doubt? I'm out of gear wheels. Are you shitting in my tacos? Stop. Cease. Desist. I'm mad Kempty about it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Iron gear wheels. Poggers. Do anything else? Anything else I'm low on? I think I'm good now. I mean, I'm kind of low on these things. I don't think I really need those. I was gonna run out of freaking blue engine units, but whatever. We'll get more of those as needed, which will be soon, because they're needed for everything in this mod. But that's fine. Also need some power poles. A copper cable, but thankfully I think I can just borrow some. Just, you know, there we go. Don't have a ton of it, but I have enough of it. And that's what really matters. Don't tell me I'm gonna run out of long-handed inserters. I think I am. Maybe. Actually, no, I think I have just enough. I don't need to go. I need to go top up on a lot of stuff, though. To be fair, I've done a decent job emptying my inventory, finally. What is this Adaptive Armor Mark 1? Is that better than what I have? Oh no, that's placed. You put that in your inventory, I see. Interesting. Let's upgrade all this. Oh, don't upgrade that. There we go. We'll help them do it. I'm gonna run out of red, aren't I? Oh god. No, don't do that. Don't upgrade that to blue. You know I don't have any blue. Oh god, no, stop. Sometimes it just, this game, it just does things to me. It's like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I just murdered you? And I'm like, not really, Factorio. It actually isn't very funny that you just murdered me. And it's like, haha, but what if I didn't anyway? And then I cry. You know, like, watching the stream tonight, you'd be like, man, this Dr. Von Kitty guy sure is dark. What has gotten into me? What's my problem? This isn't the Dr. Von Kitty we know and love. Dr. Von Kitty's supposed to be like, haha, Pog and Nene and I don't know. What else does Dr. Von Kitty do? I don't know, man. I just work here. Why are these not running? Well, they are running. They're just painfully slow. Okay, cool. I probably don't have enough stuff to actually properly operate, but no, whatever. Whatever, you know? It's Gucci. Honk. Get rid of that. Okay. That's enough for blue circuits. What else do we need? Robot frames. Hello, Bad Touchiter. How's it going, bestie? Welcome. I am indeed a cat. That's me. Hello. Welcome. How you doing? Electric motors. Oh god. Oh god, okay. Well, this is quite doable, this part. This is the part that might take a little longer. I'm very meow. Oh, you're very meow, I see. I don't really know what emotion meow expresses. I don't know. I mean, is meow good? Is it bad? Like, oh, I'm meow. Like, what context? Like, use it in a sentence, like, but in a context, you know, like, man, you know, I just won the lottery. I'm pretty meow right now. I need to make glass. I don't even make glass. I don't even come close to making glass yet, except for, what is this? Oh, I see. It's 2 sand and 1 oh, I see. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be fun. We gotta make that all the way back there. That's gonna take a while. And then, oh, This is fun. This is a fun recipe that I'm very excited to make. Oh boy. Oh. Oh god. What is this? Look at this. This is a recipe. This is horrible. This is monstrous. There's no redemption for this. This is just evil. Pure evil. Oh, this should probably be a blue crafter. I mean, it's not the worst in the world. What is the total raw? I guess it tells me, right? Not bad. I mean, I think we have enough to make it all. I mean, the main thing is the circuits, right? But we have those. We have those handled. Oh. Although literally every main recipe requires them. If you need it for blue circuits, you need it for flying robot frames, and you need it for big electric motors. This is what this is called, right? Big electric motor. It is. Wow. Kind of shocked I got that right. I'm a little surprised with myself. I'm quite cheesed about it. Okay, let's make blue circuits at the very least. I don't think I'm going to finish yellow science tonight, but perhaps we can at least get blue circuits done, which will be a victory. How much sulfuric acid do we need? Just one. Which is sulfur. Okay, that's pretty doable. All right, let's design the thing first. Let's go load. We can, let's just get the things we need. That would behoove us, wouldn't it? Because we're missing quite a few key ingredients, I think. Another BTDV slot. I actually just filled the BTDV slot with Smoge. So I think the next one we will get at the start of February. We might have one open, actually, now that I think about it. I'll go to BTV. Do we have one open? We do have one open slot. So if there is an emote that you are desperately craving, let me know. And I will simply provide it. I will simply do so. Ara Ara. That kind of just jump scared me. I am Yafada. I greet you this morning, great Mazda. That's an opening act alone, Pesty. That is truly an intro. Well, welcome. How's it going? How you doing? Truly a way to emerge. I just imagine you like bursting through the door, and like you're wearing a crown and holding a scepter, and you say that in your most like regal voice, and then you just hurl shit at me. I'm just like, ow, shit hurted. That's what I'm imagining. You perhaps could suggest, oh, well, Dr. Von Kitty, that's dumb. And my response to that would be, and? Is that not what you come here to expect? I always wonder, like, how many people show up to the stream. They don't post any messages, they're just lurking. And they lurk for a while, they're like, oh, this is interesting. And then they just realize that I'm just dumb. And then they leave. I feel like that happens a lot. To be fair, I think most of the people who show up and don't chat, a lot of times probably just show up and then like click off because there's an ad, right? I mean, I've done it. My work is almost over. Okay, that's good, bestie. What time do you get off? I have a lot of stone bricks here. Huh. I need more copper wire. I need to go down and get some of the raw materials too, don't I? Let's get a few more electric motors than that, actually. Hours and like, why chat with me? Why? There's nothing wrong with lurking. I mean, like, if somebody just wants to lurk, I mean, I do that, you know. I'm watching streams in background, working or playing, so this time chat for me. So I didn't mean to imply like, oh no, if somebody doesn't chat, they're just lurking. That's bad. No, I love that. I just mean like if somebody comes and they just lurk, like the first time they've ever watched, they don't post a message or anything, but then like, you know, an hour in, they realize I'm stupid and then they never come back. Was what I was referring to. If somebody wants to just lurk and not post a chat, that's totally valid. You streams, all streams are rushed. No, sorry, I didn't wonder if I think I might have miscommunicated a little bit with y'all. I didn't mean that at all in that way. Like as a call out to anybody who lurks. I just meant it as like a, you know, somebody who arrives for the first time, I don't even know they're there, and then they leave because they realize I'm dumb, right? It was a very specific situation to which I was referring, because like I'm a lurker, and in terms of like opening a stream and not chatting and just like watching, I do that. Or sometimes I'll just post hello and then I don't say anything for the rest of the stream even though I'm there. Or sometimes I'll be at a stream for like, you know, an hour and then say hello, but I've actually been there for an hour, you know? That's the kind of watcher I mean, for the longest time, I was just that way. It's really only been since I started streaming. Oops, I bumped my microphone. I've actually started even chatting at all. Happens every stream, you know. I think that's common, you know, because there's sort of an obligation to chat if you start chatting. And sometimes you don't want to, you know. You just, you know, like, you know, you just want to say hello. That's why I added this redeem. A cat lurker. It's true. And yeah, I gotta say, I act alone. I can be both, I think. So I added this redeem. So like if you just want to say hello and like announce your presence in chat without actually having to chat, because like if you say hello, the default streamer response is, oh hey, how's it going, welcome. And either you don't respond, which feels awkward, or you do, even if you maybe don't want to, right? I've been there. So anyway, that was a Dr. Bonk derail. Point being, I didn't mean to like degrade lurkers at all. I wasn't saying, oh man, no, you better chat with me. I just meant like a, you know, it was meant to be a funny bit, but clearly it wasn't very funny or a good bit because I've just spent the past like 5 minutes explaining it. Poorly explaining it for that matter. What is this? Why is this here? I resent that this is here. I resent it. I resent that this is here. There we go. Problem resolved. Issues resolved, besties. What is this? I don't like that. I think that it's here and not here as well. It's annoying. You're still lurking on stream, same person can learn physical, but after a while, well, I think, I mean, obviously there's, if you have a viewer, because like so many users in chat, there's a million bots. It's like a huge problem. I usually ban them. Some people don't care, but I usually ban them. I'll go through every once in a while and be like, okay, how many in here are just like accounts that were made a day ago that are just farming followers. But if like if you have a viewer, that is an actual person, most likely with your stream playing. I mean, maybe muted or whatever, right? I don't care about that. I will say, if somebody just has the stream open for the sake of having it open and playing, it's like, that's sort of confusing, because then it's like, well, you're not really a viewer, right? But like, if somebody like has a stream open, they hang out, they watch, they go do something else, they mute it, they show back up, or even they don't. I mean, I've done that, right? I think that's totally valid. Not that my validation really matters, right? Like, watch Twitch. As long as you're not breaking the rules or harassing people, watch Twitch the way you want to watch it, you know? I think get rid of some of this garbage. Actual ding-dong? Are you an actual ding-dong, bestie? You know what? Me too. Me too. Solidarity, bestie. Solidarity. Get rid of all this garbage. Let's not get rid of actual valuables. Get rid of that. Just keep on trashing. Trash. That's not trash. Ow, God, ow, that hurt. Thank you, Glitch Chaser Life, for the follow, bestie. Welcome. Also, ow, that hurt. It's awkward now, because I have to get mad when people follow, because it hurts, you know? I get shit fucking thrown at me. It's like, also, oh, it's cool, a new person. Ow. It's like a double reaction, because one, is already a jump scare. Just like the fact that, like, you know, I start going meow, 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 and singing. You know, that's a jump scare just in and of itself, right? But then it's sort of, there's an added layer of, oh, things are being thrown at me now, you know? Here's my boss, my stream. You can throw a shot today. Okay, good luck with that, bestie. Yeah, no problem. This is space exploration run. This is indeed space exploration. That is correct. It is space exploration. It is like, if you know Martin Cito Pants. I don't know the guy, but he just streams Factorio. Thank you for petting the Kimpty, bestie. one of my viewers watched him and recommended I play in his mod pack, so I'm playing on his mod pack. Is the current. So it's got like space exploration and a couple other things. And then I removed one of the mods that was annoying me, and then a couple others that I've added over time. So it's like a hybrid mod pack, but space exploration is sort of the main progression one. I think I need to get rid of some things. What don't I need? Let's be smart about this. What is in here that is extraneous? Okay, let's blow this up. Cool. Let's build another iron chest to blow things up in. What don't I need? I don't need this iron pole. I feel like I kind of need a lot of this stuff. 67 bullets. Screw it, I don't need it. Gotta say, I don't know if there's really much else in here I want to get rid of. Yeah, it's good. Cool. Okay. Actually, I kind of wish I didn't get rid of that pole, because this pole has been bothering me for ages. I'm gonna blow it up. So the new people, welcome. One terrible bad habit I'm in is that I blow things up in Factorio when I get mad at them. Which often is, you know, not ideal to just blow things up haphazardly. But I do it. If you're here for you know, high fidelity gameplay, you know, like brilliance and you know, just galaxy brain Factorio gaming, probably not your guy. I mean, I'm not like, you know, spaghetti or anything, but like, I mean, I'm a little messy. You're not alone. I'm so glad that I'm not alone in that. To explode your own nuclear reactor? I have, in fact. It's been sort of a meme, actually, that I hate nuclear power in Factorio. Because I started initially as a very pro-solar person, and I've kind of come around and like, okay, well, maybe there are uses for nuclear. Like, I'm probably going to use nuclear in this playthrough. But then it became a bit, like, to harass me, like, Dr. Von Kitty nuclear win. Because I started out playing vanilla, like, months ago. I had a whole vanilla save. Until eventually I built it because people like gave me bits and stuff and said build nuclear, which I did. But so I have the Dr. Monk nuclear emote, which is the derivative of another one of my emotes, which is Dr. Monk meltdown. It heats up a lot, so I'm playing without nuclears. Yeah, I will say that is true. Although I think they fixed some of the fluid issues that caused UPS drops with nuclear. I just like solar because it's very much like nuclear is expandable, amazing modes. You know, they're made by my moderator for long. You should go check them out. They make cool art things. But anyway, because like obviously nuclear is expandable insofar as I can build a reactor and then copy paste it, or I could build like a bigger reactor or whatever. But solar, it's like you have a blueprint, right? You just use that one. You know, it's like 2725 or something. It's just you get a Factorio prints, and then you just copy paste it infinitely. And so long as you have one, the space, and two, the materials, you can just keep building it. And if you include the roboports, it literally is just like gray goo. As long as you keep copy pasting, you know. So it's like, oh, I'm out of power. Let me just copy paste some more of these blueprints. And so long as you have the materials, like save like this though, not ideal, right? Gray poo. What a dank meme. It's like, I don't really have a great place to build lots of solar here, right? And I'm also kind of resource limited, substantially so. Nuclear rocks destroy my old bases. I love that for you. I love that for you. I've done that. I've done that. We've all been there. We've all been there when we accidentally pressed the C key and all hell broke loose. It's just a Factorio moment. What was I doing? I got so derailed. I never got up here to actually get these other things. It has a blueprint. Takes too much space. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you're looking to conserve space, I get it. Usually I'm not. Especially on like a world without like a lot of water or anything. It's just like I got a big swath here. It's like I'm just gonna fill all this with solar, you know? So I mean, it's very dependent, right? So I've come around to oh, that's my stream ending song. Let's not play that. People are gonna start that happened once where I did like a joke. Where I switched like ending stream and played the music. I think a lot of people actually left. Thought I was actually ending stream. Sometimes use flamethrower. I've been there, Glitch Chaser. I've 100% been there. I gotta say, one thing I really like about this... nice joke, yeah. This mod is it adds these termites that just, like, destroy forests, like, instantly. Which is quite useful. Because, like, normally I would just flamethrower them. Just, you know, burn them away. But now I simply do not. I need more red. I need a lot more of everything, to be honest. This is why I'm doing yellow science first. It is specifically so I can get robots, so I can avoid doing this. I'm too scatterbrained. Like, the hardest part of Factorio for me is the running around from place to place, like, oh, I need more of this, so I gotta go kill these hogs that are attacking up here, oh, I gotta go improve here. But when I get robots, it just makes it so I can, like, delegate from the map mode and tell them, oh, bring me this and this and this, and always have this, and centralize my... It's beautiful. 7 a.m. I'm going to sleep an hour. So 7 a.m. Best. That's. I was about to say so late. That's early/late. Should get some sleep. I mean, I've been there. I can't judge. I've done that. I do that. Look at this. Look at this. Sleep based, honestly. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I'm happy with it, honestly. I am here. I have a lot of EU viewers, I've noticed. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of EU people play Factorio. I don't know if that's like a particularly, I don't know, maybe that's just I have a lot of EU viewers and I play a lot of Factorio, so that just sort of creates a mental correlation that isn't really there, but like, I feel like there is a strong trend there. I don't know. I feel bad because I stream it like the worst. I never am an EU-friendly streamer, like ever. I say EU, I mean like the time zone that is, you know, 5 to 8 hours ahead of me. I call EU. I know they're not all in the EU. So during the day and work with a lot of people is really different time zone. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I will say it is kind of remarkable, especially in the era of remote work. They're like, we can really work like 9 to 5, like kind of used to make sense, but now it's like, I mean, if you're working from home, you're working with somebody halfway across the world, there's no real like need to work like 9 to 5 or whatever, right? Like a set period. The world is a changing, gamers, and this VTuber cat is really on top of the trend. Don't worry, if you're looking for the latest in political and social commentary, you've got it here at the Dr. Fun Kitty. I was about to say YouTube channel. My YouTube channel. Somebody say YouTube. I actually make good films on there. I like to think, anyway. In some ways, I prefer edited content to live content. Like, live content is so much easier, which is why I think so much people like do it. Because like there is really no skill involved with just streaming. Like basically anyone can download OBS and press go live and stream, right? But like something like YouTube editing, like I don't mean to say this in like an elitist way. It's just like streaming is so easy ultimately. Especially if you bother to like do a little research and figure out bit rates and equipment or whatever. Versus like editing a video, there's actual technical skill that takes time to learn, right? And not that you don't learn while streaming, right? Like there are things that you learn. I think there's also an affinity for it as well. Any fixed time range feels way better when you work while inspired. I'm exactly the same way. To a fault, honestly. I mean, I will genuinely just like a random hour, like 3 a.m. I just am struck with inspiration. I just can do weeks worth of work in a few hours. It just comes out of nowhere. Until my potatoes are not enough. I like to imagine somebody streaming, but it's just them and a camera and then a desk full of potatoes. That'd be a pretty good stream. Somebody steal that. I streamed for a while. Always feels weird trying to talk to myself. You get used to it. Because I remember when I was first starting and like I didn't really have anybody watching. Like I had a couple friends who would like watch or whatever, but like usually it would be muted. So there are lots of periods where I was just all by myself, just commentating. But I like talking to myself. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to dream of being a streamer or whatever. I would simply, like, do a whole bit of, oh, I'm gonna pretend to this is before streaming. I'll be like, oh, I'm making a YouTube video. So I was so fascinated by it. Do I want to do this just like like that. I might, honestly. And then do sort of like this, and then the belt goes here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That won't be there. I think this is the plan. I'll move that over here. And then rotate this. Oh god, I fucked it. My camera's a potato? I feel that. To be fair, that's not true for me. I mean, my camera is a phone camera. Which is funny that, like, for VTubing, fun fact for any of you who don't know much about VTubing, the best face tracking you can get is iPhone, because they include their face tracking they use for fucking animojis within, like, the source code or whatever of the phone. So, like, for face tracking, unless you're like VSojo, who, like, you know, has a whole program dedicated to it, this is the best you can get commercially available. Works for me, streaming idea, and also push me sometimes try again. Don't know if I'm good enough to even try. I mean, it's really like if you avoid my native language community, no, that's fair. It's just like, you know, if you want to do it, do it. I do kind of take a position of like, it's not for everybody, right? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I better stream, and it's like, I mean, you don't have to, right? Like, if you just like, I feel like we kind of get to a point where it's like you can just game for the love of it, you know. But, like, I mean, obviously it is fun. Like, I love attention. That's why I do it. When I talk to myself, it makes my thoughts in my head a little bit more silent and somewhat fluid. I get that. Remember the avatar instead of the potato? You should try that. It's like iPhone 12 and on. I actually upgraded my phone for this purpose, so I could do my silly little VTubing. And also because it was just time to upgrade anyway. Not really what I was pretty outdated. Not terribly so. I need pipes, which are down... No, they're here, they're here, they're here. Again, once I centralize everything, I'll be so much more efficient, because I'm not just running like, wildly back and forth from point A to point B. Like a mad man, mad cat, mad creature, you know? This is just the blueprint, by the way. This is actually... It's close to where I'm going to put it, actually. I mean, probably a little bit further down, but still. Okay, is this tileable? Yes. Cool. Thank you, robots. About languages. I'm going to try to stream if enough time for it. Might not care about profit. Being still cargus means still sucks. I get it. It's awkward, right? Especially because it's like you're almost talking to an audience that isn't there, right? And I think some people kind of make the flaw because like there's sort of a privilege almost that larger streamers have that by merit of being a larger streamer, they have kind of escaped the actual difficulty of having to make content, right? Not that some of them still don't. Like, streamers I like the most still do. But it's just sort of like, all you gotta do is read chat messages and talk to chat and do whatever. But when you're just starting, the sole appeal of your content is your personality, right? So I think some people who are starting, this is some free advice for you. I mean, I'm no big streamer, you know. So like, I mean, if you think hey, a cat with 10 viewers on the internet is worth taking advice from, then like, hell yeah, because I like attention and people listening to me. And I will talk all day long. But like the thing that makes somebody want to watch you is you, right? So it's like a lot of people will be like, oh, well, I'm gonna, you know, say, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, can I get some pogs in chat? And like, you don't, because there's nobody watching. It's like you have to sort of rely on you and being funny, or I mean, you can be funny or good at gaming or whatever, or just really chill vibes or anything. Well, then, were you good enough? Rose Giant. That's true. That's true. And like, there's no harm, you know. It's one of those things where it's like, as long as you're not being, you know, foolish and spending $10,000 on a streaming setup, you know, even though you may very well never actually, you know, go anywhere with it. But if you're having fun with it, like, why not? But also, I will say it's very time intensive. And it can kind of ruin gaming a little bit. Insofar as, like, you get so used to it being a content thing that it's almost awkward to do it when it's not content. Which is, it's kind of a strange experience, I will say. Because it becomes, like, the norm, basically. Becomes pseudo-multiplayer. It really does. That is very true. We're actually going to do it down here. I don't know how I'm going to do this, actually. Let me go ahead and put this part out. Native language, English left for my work. English skills not that bad. Comes to an existing auditory. Not native language. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I can't exactly relate, right? Because I just speak English. You know, I guess a little bit of French, but not much. So I don't exactly have the same experience on that front. Well, everything about that went wrong. No, Torm. Making content, stop streaming, just couldn't play video games for a few months because it felt pointless. No, I get that. I feel that. French Von Baguette. You know, there was a joke. We had a French version. It was like Doctor Domino or something like that. I think was my French version. Again, OCD, no need to make your own stream perfect. Yeah, I mean, you never will. And I will say that'll be difficult because you're constantly like, man, I wish I was doing something different. I'll say I'm constantly sort of afflicted with like, oh, why am I not as good as like Nyan or somebody? Project Zomboid, that would be really fun actually. If we had enough people who would be down to do it. I think that could be incredibly fun. Sulfuric acid is just... Oh, the iron as well, okay. Because sulfuric acid I was basically thinking. Just gonna, you know. Put it like right here, you know? Come on, plant. And bonk. But yeah, no, I used streaming as an escape for a while. Things weren't going so hot in the old life department. It was like, oh man, time to stream, you know? And then things got better, and I was like, huh, well, I need to actually, you know, find some balance. I can't just stream infinitely. So I've cut back on my hours pretty substantially from where I started a while ago. Can I just steal this? I have this perfect line right here. Not trying, giving up, story, tried. Here's something told me I control my fears. No, that's valid. But also like on how to be streaming, you know? Like you consider just like, you know, making YouTube videos, for example. It's like streaming is such an oversaturated market. There's just a lot of people who want to be streamers, right? Because obviously there is a lot to be desired in the concept of, oh, I play video games and make money from it, right? Like, oh, you know, make YouTube videos or you know, whatever else. I'm actually gonna do it like right here. And we'll bring the water up same place. How fortuitous that the batteries were, yeah, right next to each other. I just gotta connect these together. Like so. Bonk. Okay, now I just need to bring circuits in. Let's do red circuits on the bottom. Green circuits on the top. Make my streaming nice. Want to make people happy and chill. That's my goal with streaming. I mean, there's ways to do that other than streaming. You know, it's like if you go find a community or something, right? I mean, it could be a streamers community or, you know, a community you really like, and then like it's not hard to make a name for yourself in that kind of place, where like you just start chatting and hanging out, and like, you know, you might be, oh, I don't like these people as much, and you gotta try to find another one. But like, you can accomplish, like, if you just want to have like a small, like, close-knit group of pals to game and hang out with, where you're sort of like leading that, and that's not impossible, right, to accomplish. And you don't really need streaming as a medium to do that necessarily. I mean, it certainly can be, and for a lot of streamers it is, but you know, it doesn't have to be. And it's very hard to break out into that environment, right, because there is such a high saturation, right? But then it's funny because there's such a high saturation of people who want to stream, right? Saying this as a streamer. But there's so few people who actually want to go and like chat and meet people and hang out. I'm the same way. We've become so awkward, and so many struggles with how we interact with the world and others around us. I don't know why that is. I don't know where that changed. It feels like things have changed. Even in the past few years, we've all just become a little less social in that way. It's kind of sad. So I think there's a beauty to it that we are missing out on. Deep thoughts with the VTuber can. But you know, see, I like streaming because I like making content, right? Like, I'm not really here to just like, I do chill and hang out and like meet people, and that's been great. But what I really love is content. I like being an entertainer, right? Like, I know it's a meme, like, haha, Dr. Monkey has stand-up comedy in his text. Like, that's how I envision myself. Not necessarily a stand-up comedian, but like, as I want to provide entertainment and do funny bits. That's why I like YouTube so much, because I get to sort of concentrate my funny bits. And streaming, I guess, is just a way to, you know, create that content, and start finding an audience, because I think creating a live audience, I think, can very much bolster one's goals of creating content, which is kind of funny in a way if you think about it. What is this? What is happening here? Is this a side balancing issue? This looks like a side balancing issue to me. It is. I never side balance. That's probably part of it. Is there an error along the line somewhere? Is a psychotherapist with it? That's valid. I would recommend literally anybody, if you are capable of doing it, you should 100% do therapy. That is 100% a thing I would recommend. Let's not get in a trauma discussion. I promise you, my Twitch chat is. I'm not going to have any valuable advice for you on that. So we can improve. You know, I think that's I've been there. You get frustrated because it's like, oh well, I'm not happy about how this is, right? And you want it to be better, but it's also like, you know, it's iterative, right? You build upon, oh well, I did this right, but I didn't do this right, or I could do this better, and then it's just like on and on and on. Trauma dump stream. You know, I had to be careful of that, because I've been in Twitch chats that do not kind of stop that, and you can get some unfortunately frightening things that people will post sometimes, you know, and that's rough. Feel better about how it improved you. That's yeah. You had already said what I was rambling about. All right, blue circuits are done, besties. That is poggers. Do I need them for anything yet? Can I actually build? Do I need blue circuits to build anything that I want? Maybe it is my role playing in WoW. You role play in WoW? Oh, I used to role play in WoW a little bit, but also especially in Lord of the Rings Online. I love MMORP. I freaking love it. Wide area scanner. Blue circuit time. I don't know quite about infinite lens here, but I'm working on it. But yeah, no, I think streaming yourself role playing, especially if well, I don't know about streaming, might be harder, but if you like make edited content of role playing, that is something I would love to do actually, and am considering doing. Is like, ow! Thank you for resubscribing, Collecting Horizons. Do you have a little pop up at the bottom?
Make this notification go away.
Streaming RP content's a no-go. Why is that a no-go? There it is, wide area scanner. I don't know what this does. Factorio roleplay. Hey, you can roleplay anything. I mean, I guess, is that... what is it doing? Where is it scanning? I don't know, whatever. Open RP, I inserted my asterisk. And streams have a lot of trolls. No, that's valid. And I will say doing public RP, difficult. But like if you make a little community and like roleplay, that will be Asmongold. Well, I mean, I think it would only be possible to a point, right? Eventually you would get to a point where it no longer becomes sustainable. Although to be fair, something like WoW where the /ignore is you know, there, makes it a little more possible. Attendance, very important for streaming, something important to brand or something by appearance. Well, Bestie, I have two good things for you. And it's fortuitous that you're in my chat, because I'm a VTuber cat. And I don't mean to alarm any of you. I don't actually look like this. And it's not like I'm horrified by my appearance or anything. I just personally prefer not to show my face on stream. But it's like, I have this avatar. Now, to be fair, having a virtual avatar is not always the easiest thing to attain. When I started streaming, I just didn't have a face cam or an avatar. It was just a screen and I was talking, you know? And I'll say, like, obviously that is sort of a little bit of an expectation. But like one of the biggest creators, Minecraft Dream, she's like literally probably the like most popular creator right now in terms of growth, or at least up there. He doesn't have a face cam or anything. But people like him because of his personality and his content, right? And I think that's, you know, most important. You might not be a cat. No, I did what? I never said such a thing. If you clip it, I'll delete it. I would never say such a thing. What a ridiculous and false assertion that you have leveled against me. My Firefox is shitting the bed. It really do be like that sometimes, huh? Pull up that meme, the one that's like, computers in 1969 with, you know, 1 kilobyte of RAM lands on moon. My computer in 2022 with, you know, 16 gigabytes of RAM starts screaming and crying because I have 3 Chrome tabs open. PlanetSide 2 watching a stream is killing it. All bad. PlanetSide 2. I want to play the new map. I was only met a gosh, fell in love with me, I'm personally godly. Oh, I love that for you, Bess. That's so wholesome. Yeah, well, I mean, the cliche is beauty's in that beholder, but like, obviously, you know, I've been there where it's like, oh man, I'm so horrible and ugly, you know. Yeah, Dodoy Eclectic Horizons. Just simply acquire more RAM. All right, is there anything else I can build tonight that I'm gonna have the brain power to actually construct? Probably not, right? Oh yeah, yeah, it's a hassle. Oh man, you want to see my vanilla world? I know we got a couple new people here. You wanna observe my vanilla Factorio world? And last Von, oh no, I'm sorry, bestie, that sucks. Still though, I try to look at things like that, where like if it doesn't end terribly, especially if it does end, you know, cordially or positively, it's like, I mean, you know, what is it Shakespeare? Is that the quote? Like, to have loved and lost is better to have never loved at all. That was against me. Oh, that's sad. But yeah, if you remember her fondly, then Manners Bitches, what a biblically accurate angel. Isn't a biblically accurate angel like a demon monster thing? Sucks, but life goes on. That is so true, bestie. Working on yellow science and talking about life. Period. Poggers. Alright, besties. Let me show you my single player world. The most recent save of which was me ranting angrily. This is what made my Twitch channel, though. Like, almost all, well, not almost all, but like a lot of my regular viewers came from me playing Factorio on this original vanilla save. You know, some demonical creatures, yeah, no, it's just what makes them hot. You know what? You're valid for thinking that. I have way too many saves. Here it is. Sync mods and load. Oh, man. Gaming time. Lots of new followers today. This is very epic. I never understand with Twitch. It's always inconsistent. It's like no followers for a week, and then lots of people just show up. It's like, oh, that's cool, you know? And then sometimes, like, I remember I had a month where it was like, oh, I just gained 100 followers in a month. Like, oh, cool. I'll go, okay, I don't know where they all came from. If it was an angel, Kraken is one, racing Krakens all the time. You know what? You know what? I support you. I support you wholeheartedly in your venture to do that. All right, here's my vanilla world. We were working on this iron, and also I wrote fuck in concrete. So, yeah, well, you can see my solar here. This was my original, but like, you know, it's just copy paste. Although, funnily enough, I'm actually out of the materials. Do it. You wouldn't be if you were near me? Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't be, actually. You're probably right about that. I added a few mods, but this was originally unmodded entirely. I did add a couple recently. And then my nuclear that I bemoaned terribly about building. And then the second one that I built very recently. We'll talk about what this train is in a bit. Let's see. My original, of course, all of my Pickle Rick and Sus and Sussy Baka and Uwu and Fuck You Vonk. All of those beautiful Pog. People's a nice experience. Confirm this, but I mean, it's not a shame, but for the people's. Yeah, sometimes it's internal, you know, it's not even external. It's not like, oh, somebody else will think this. It's just like an internal feeling that you can't shake. Even if you can logically say, oh, like I have these lovely people who are all so nice and kind, it's like there's still that little like worm in your brain that's saying, no, actually, it's not true. Maybe you see, I love my robots, right? Like my little beautiful build my stuff, and then I call this the logistic distribution center. It's supposed to be labeled. It's not. That's how it works. Yeah, that's rough. That's a beautiful thing that therapy can help you with, bestie. LDC, yeah, logistics distribution center. And then yeah, my messy base. You can see a few errors I made here. I've improved into my space exploration roll. Nice red circuits. You know it. You know it. And then my little ooh science. Kind of small base, honestly. Yeah, I you know, what's really funny, I have not shut off the ribbon world. I might have it at one point, actually. Change things you can change, some things yourself you cannot change. It's so funny that you would say that, because literally, like, an hour ago, I was quoting the Serenity Prayer, which is, what is it? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. But, you know, I mean, it's remarkably small, but this took me, like, so long, which is why we have an emote called Dr. Vonk Derail. Because when I started playing Factorio, when I started getting regular viewers who interacted and hung out in chat. And it, like, became an ongoing bit. Like, haha, Dr. Von Kitty gets derailed. And, like, I would watch videos. People would send me, like, beatboxing videos. We went on a whole, like, I went on a rant one time for an hour about my preferred type of map and issues with map projections and my opinions on those. So, anyway. That's why I did not get remarkably far in the base. Because then I launched a rocket, and then it was like a question of, okay, am I going to start building a mega base and start thinking about, oh, a rocket per minute or whatever? Or am I going to transition to space exploration? Then we chose space exploration. And then I fiddled recently with going back to vanilla, but I haven't really vibed with it. So if I do go back to vanilla, it'll probably be a fresh save, to be honest. Because like a lot of the choices I made and how I designed this were not thinking long term. But yeah, I mean, it's all fairly simple, nothing remarkable. You know, all my fun stuff. And then I use roundabouts because I'm a fool. Perfectionism, yeah, I would recommend a therapist for that one, besties. But then we did the water train. So the water train, I forget how it started, but one of my viewers was like, what if you built a giant train that fills with water from a single water pump and then goes around a very short track and unloads out of a single pump into a massive water buffer that then goes into a single boiler that is powered by nuclear fuel that then loads a train that then goes and provides that single wagon of steam to the nuclear plant, in addition to, you know, all the other steam that's produced on site. And I got bits to do it, so I simply did it. Perfectionist procrastinator, what do I need? I'm the same way. I'm a perfectionist procrastinator. To be fair, I did. The problem is like I can procrastinate and still achieve what I believe to be perfection, which is not always done in an effective or healthy way. You know, it's done in a very chaotic way oftentimes. But I simply chalk that up to my genius. I'm just so smart and good at gaming that I just do it anyway. Everything becomes perfect or disappear. It really do be like that sometimes. You can tell that I got really mad, by the way, by the fact that I've marked every single tree and cliff and rock for deconstruction. You can tell I got mad. Or just sometimes you gotta sleep. I was like, I don't want to deal with this right now, and then I go to sleep. Yeah, you can tell the rage. I'm sure you can go find it in the VOD. The rage. I'm sure I hit a rock or something. Sometimes I get in moods on streams where I'm in I choose violence mood. I'm just that way with gaming sometimes though, which is funny because like it's only ever at a game. It's never at a person. But I get frustrated at games very easily. Like I've been playing the new Ace Attorney, right? By new, I mean the one that came out in July, and technically came out in 2015, 2017 in Japan, but anyway. Yelled at it like 4 times. This is a single player inanimate visual novel game. But I'm very much trying to do that in multiplayer games. I don't like, you know, getting into it with people because I've had bad experiences with that in the past, you know? So I'd rather just like vibe with people. Frustrated mostly at work. I don't get frustrated at work, thankfully. I mostly avoid that. But yeah, anyway, that's my single player world. So, there you go, besties. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world. Alright, well I think I'm gonna wrap up stream here, because I'm getting pretty tired. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'll be back tomorrow for community night. I'm thinking PlanetSide 2, but I don't know for sure yet if that's 100% what I want to do. Let me exit out here. Maybe Among Us. The only problem with Among Us is that it relies on turnout. I don't get enough turnout, then it's rough. But I'm thinking that is what we're gonna do, PlanetSide. Oh, they did Project Zomboid community night would be really fun too, to be honest. Get a whole squad playing Project Zomboid. Thanks for stream. Thank you for following, and to all the other new people, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll be there. Kitty Capwap, you're literally a legend. You're literally a legend, Capwap. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. God, Nightbot, you coward. Nightbot, you coward. Nightbot, you coward. There we go. Yeah, go follow Capwap. He's a legend. But yeah, if you want to join us for community night, make sure you join Discord, because that is where we will plan it. I mean, to be fair, I'd probably just show up to stream. Depends on what I'm playing, right? If we're just doing PlanetSide, you don't need to be in Discord for that. But anyway, I will simply see you all next time for the next stream. But yes, thank you to the new followers. Thank you for resubscribing, clicking Horizons. Thank you everybody for hanging out and chatting with me and listening to me ramble about who knows what. Because that's what I like doing. I like attention. I like when I get to say things and people listen to me and say, oh, hello, little silly cat man. I approve of your opinion. And I'm like, all right. I am simply validated. You foot. I think I'm forgetting something. 285, we're getting close to 300. Which is pretty poggers. Which is a pretty epic and poggers. Perhaps we'll get there by like March. I would consider, if we get 300 by March, I would consider that a victory at this point. Because it has been pretty slow as of late. Although sped up a little bit after we had a very slow December. Anywho's it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. To the new people, the regulars, the lurkers, the people who clicked on the stream and said, "Oh, this is a stupid VTuber cat," and didn't say anything. They didn't troll me, and then they just left quietly and nicely. Shout out to those people. Thank you for not saying, "Ah, you stupid cat," making me cry. Anyway, I think that's it for me. I will see you all next time. Tomorrow's stream, starting about 8:30 Eastern for community night. I will do some pondering, but Planetside 2 is currently my thought, which is free. So, you know. Anyways, bye-bye. Meow.
Oh, you're in the night
Yeah,
7 is a
yeah,
blood moon,
yeah,
so...
yeah.
Oh my god, I found a pistol.
Oh, cool. It's like Terraria. I love dying.
Yeah, it's... Hold on.
Found a mannequin.
Dr. Von Kitty! Hello, Dr. Von Kitty! Thank you so much for hosting the stream. Hello. How's everybody? What are you doing? What have you been up to? What did you...